Memo bibi akwaba eba Melodies TV so. There is someone speaking saying Oma NDC for Ejuma. Na me nemo ka say the NDC is claiming say they are majority. MPP also saying say omo your majority, right? Now as far as we are concerned, Abambagbin declared the NDC the majority, and then Supreme Court said Abambagbin should stay the execution. Now staying of the execution, yes, Nanka was say Abambagbin or back Parliament or some declare say well, Supreme Court say means stay execution. The time I me declare NDC majority no, Mababa be declare MPP rather. As I say, me sound so Baba be declare, but one yes or say or the case now court and one announce it. Now, if we are going by Abambagbin's announcement, then the NDC is still majority. Now, if we are going by the Supreme Court's ruling, then the MPP is still majority. But even the NDC, Omonya majority, now someone be catch Ghana for and they say, Omo ebe passe emra na ya cancel e-levy and other obnoxious taxes at President Akufo Addo aban omo edebae. Na me hu say me hu story aye say NDC for ashe process ase omo pese first no that one of the emra omo pese omo cancel sa kwaye mu a ya peneso na nkrofo ekoko man ne ewo mu President Akufo Addo peneso aye man ne wo kwaye mu no nti NDC for ashe private member motion ase womo cancel sa kwaye na trese they've already started working na obi Alantramantin boy be ababontin say NDC enya to me say dia then they should start the process to impeach President Akufo Addo. Now I'm going to talk about the process of impeachment and what should be the outcome of that and whether it is even going to work in a country like Ghana. But yen ready ni yen hedi entia ni pakro yoka say NDC for ensha ase enye impeachment process. So say Mr. Andrew Appiah Dankwa, member of Movement for Change, has urged the opposition National Democratic Congress to use the current controversy in Parliament now to impeach President Akufo Addo. And you know, I say during a panel discussion on TV3, Appiah Dankwa stated that the change in Parliament now is a huge opportunity for the opposition to make changes. I say the first thing the NDC should do, it doesn't matter if they succeed or not, they should start the process of impeaching the president. Inti onokra wonim say process no ebetumi aba ne say en succeed but so no dey enfa ne ho whether the process succeeds or not NDC for nsha ase na omo enhye impeachment process no edien ase. He cited the US as an example where the former president almost lost his seat due to opposition party who tried to impeach him 4 times, explaining that although several attempts were made to impeach Donald Trump some years back, it was not successful. It is on record. With this example cited, Andrew Dankwa has urged the opposition party and Ghanaians to use this opportunity to try impeaching President Akufo Addo, and that even if it fails, it will be one of Ghana's greatest records. Into ono there, and yet the fact say ebeye because clearly ye nim say enye. The entire maker say enye no metremo. But waka say okwa America Donald Trump and I try say ye impeach no anye ye 4 times but nini nemu it was on record say ye try say ye impeach Donald Trump. Ghana e bin see that say ye try say ye impeach president in this NDC for share a process as here at least it will go into the history books for people to know say embrebi obi ba betena so near friend the President Akufo Addo na onope time and Ghana for your margin say womo be impeach no even though the proceedings didn't go through. I say Appiah Dankwa further stated that Akufo Addo has breached the laws of the country as a president by being unfaithful to the people and also failing to fight the Galamsey issue, mismanagement of the economy, his reckless appointment of people who are MPP inclined to be part of the Electoral Commission. And so but it's quite interesting say Nipakuya Walker say President Akufo Addo din enya me wan so President Akufo Addo ebusiani your friend Andrew Appiah Dankwa. But according to him, these actions have undermined the EC from undertaking its duties independently So the evidence of the president breaching the oath of office are numerous, and I hope the NDC will use this opportunity to impeach him. He may not be removed, but it will go on record that the president was impeached. Now, the reason why I'm saying say impeachment process no any juma no any. Let us read Ghana's constitution, and that is what is currently in front of you. And this is Article 69, which solely talks about the removal of the president. It's Ghana constitution. I mean, reading trail say ye pesi ye president. I then was say I say the president shall be removed from office if he is found in accordance with the provisions of this article: A, to have acted in willful violation of the oath of allegiance and the presidential oath set out in the second schedule; 2, or in willful violation of any other provision of this constitution; or B, to have conducted himself in a manner, I, which brings or is likely to bring the high office of president into disrepute, ridicule, or contempt; or 2, prejudicial or inimical to the economy of prejudicial or inimical to the economy or the security of the state; or C, to be incapable of performing the functions of his office by reason of infirmity of body or mind. Now, what says ye pesi ye president be free swa, and ye pesi ye impeach president be a 1. Say president no when the constitution no eso. Nti nyama be our constitution in president name book 1. 2. Say president na ma why take action be a wama ahotre economic hardship aba Ghana for so. And now we take action be a ama Ghana for security at risk. Nti ye hesa side nko ade anka ne de anka president Akufo Addo impeaching ache. Ye impeaching ache. Busia bebe omo boy ya ama Ghana in the debt exchange no. Ati ase. And I say 3, say president no so yari a won to me yen ne ho hwe ne de ebetumi yi no. Ati ase 2, for the purposes of the removal from office of the president, a notice in writing, A, signed by not less than 1/3 of Aintia Hase no, and I'm a person motion and so. Also, for the purposes of the removal of the president from office, right? For the purposes of the removal from office of the president, right? A notice in writing, A, signed by not less than 1/3 of all the members of parliament, and B, stating that the conduct or the physical or mental capacity of the president be investigated on any of the grounds specified in clause 1 of this article. Nti especially ye president ni free wa ni ye fa parliament a omo e wo se wo mo sign no not less than 1/3. Ho na asem no wo. Signed but not less than 1/3 of all the members of parliament. I'll come to that. I'll explain that later, but don't worry. I say the notice referred to in clause 2 of the article shall be accompanied by a statement in writing setting out in detail the fact supported by the necessary documents on which it is claimed that the conduct or the physical or mental capacity of the president be investigated for the purposes of the removal from office. 4. Subject to clause 5 of this article, the Chief Justice shall by constitutional instrument immediately convene a tribunal consisting of the Chief Justice as chairman and the 4 most senior justices of the Supreme Court, and the tribunal shall inquire in camera whether there is a prima facie case for the removal of the president. It has in soon as the war. It is a president. Parliament ni nano se ye chomo mumiensa anye krano emu baako e wo se omo sign no mo tre se ye tintim so se wo se ye president no. Now NDC for wo hwe omo numbers in parliament they are more than 1/3, and so indeed they can start the process. But process ne tre se parliament no eye wia parliament ne sign ni wia e wo se chief justice no otenase na wafa wono ne judges awo mo ye 4 senior judges wo Supreme Court ho no mo tenase no mo ye investigation no mo hu ne say reasons intia parliamentarians ne see yenyi president no aba wom anase aba anim. It is aba wom dia na no chief justice no ahya ase intene ne friend no prima facie case na current Supreme Court ni current chief justice ni judges Yel be kwa to we nim say see President Akufo Addo no more things so aka say about wo minti yin President Akufo. In the Parliament, they can start their process. But him say once it gets to the Supreme Court, it will become a foolish case. And that is why I keep saying, say, share. I have say President Akufo Addo about Damo. President Akufo Addo on board Damo. Aside everything else, President Akufo Addo is a smart politician. Just that the way he's playing politics, no, it is to the detriment of Ghanaians. But you can't take that away from him. He is a very smart politician. Now, the reason why I'm saying he's a very smart politician is this: President Akufo Addo him say, why do you think, say, we're appointing NPP inclined judges at the Supreme Court? Because he knows, say, the number of parliamentarians on to me share impeachment process as seno. And then NDC for to me nya. Say NDC for tenase no more omu to me nya that number. But NDC for nya sa number ni we are. Ebe jina Supreme Court eso. And the member in Crawford Congo too. Now, Nipa President Akufo Addo appointing about Supreme Court. So, no better than I say, Yeni President Akufo Addo free. So, on penny, because President Akufo Addo na appointing no. Into the appointment to the Supreme Court in Crawford Tiasia, he is protecting himself from impeachment. And this is the law. Ghana mra eni. Etre. Ghana mra ni we are. Was it? Let me continue. Where did we get to? I say right. I say your primary verse 25. Where a notice under clause 2 of this article is delivered to the Chief Justice in respect of the removal from of TAL President on the grounds of physical or mental incapacity, Chief Justice shall, in consultation with the professional head of the Ghana Health Service, cause a medical board to be convened, which shall consist of not less than 4 eminent medical specialists, and the president shall be informed accordingly. TSC on the ground say ne ho mfa no dia Chief Justice no be kwa ko Ghana Medical Board no na Ghana Health Service omo so doctors akese na omo atena se no mo akwa ko president na trene say or health say ni nti na pese yeyu. Or say the president shall be invited to submit himself for examination by the medical board within 14 days after the appointment of the board. To say ne ho mfa ne dia president no yebe ka se wombra na Ghana Health Service for no enya ne check omo ye ne check no mo hwe na se ne ho mfa na. The president shall be entitled during the proceedings of the tribunal of the medical board to be heard in his defense by himself or by a lawyer or other expert or person as the case may be of his own choice. Tie no kra no yebe more than a lawyer ba na the lawyer ba between say oh da bi onyare bia ene say ni say. Or say the rules of court committee shall by constitutional instruments make rules for the practice and procedure of the tribunal or of the medical board for the removal of the president. I say where the tribunal or medical board specified in clauses 4-5 of this article determines that there's a prima facie case for the removal of president, or that the president is by reason of physical or mental incapacity unable to perform the functions of his office, the findings shall immediately be submitted to the Speaker of Parliament through the Chief Justice and copied to the President. In the Ghana Health Service for no certain board, you know what tenacity no who say indeed. Ya ye test we ni who say president no hondo dono known to me enye juma as president bioma. Ya beba ba bebo a Speaker of Parliament amane. In the Chief Justice no bebo Speaker of Parliament amane. Na aha say ne Parliament shall within 14 days after the date of the findings of the tribunal or medical board move a resolution whether or not the president shall be removed from office. Ntendo kromo ria Parliament 14 days no. Ebetena se asanso hu ne se president no yenyi na na nti process na a long answer na ebedu end no. Na aba no kra ya to awie. Answer na ebedu end no kra no. But I understand what he's saying so that it will serve as a record say at least it was started. I say the resolution for the removal from office of the president shall be by a secret ballot and shall be taken to be approved by Parliament if supported by the votes of not less than 2/3 of all the members of Parliament after proud debate. Inti ahase nso na asem omo wie process we ni na ewie na omo ko Parliament a omo ko akoto aba na omo do Parliament no omo to aba na eno no 2/3 yepe 2/3 of the number. And so you see how impeachment of the president is very difficult. So in essence, no president can be impeached in Ghana. Here we are, 2/3. Now 2/3 no say no yɛmfa ne sɛ ɛyɛ 3 a ɛyɛ nkrɔfoɔ mmiɛnsa a yɛpɛ mu mmienu na sɛ MPP ne NDC MPs no yɛkyɛ ɔmomu mmiɛnsa a wohu ne sɛ MPP nkwa ntumi nya mmienu NDC nso nkwa ntumi nya mmienu nti sɛ NDC foɔ nyinaa to sɛ yɛnto ntia President Akufo Addo obviously MPP foɔ no ɛbɛto ama no. And you see how difficult the process is. The process no enye easy sir. As I say the proceedings of Parliament for the removal of the President shall not be held in camera, except where Parliament otherwise orders in the interest of the national security. The President shall cease to hold office as President on the date Parliament decides that he be removed from office. You know, this is the process or the procedure. Yedi President free so e Ghana. Montre mo adwon comment box ni mu. Medase.